All right, I think we got it. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's deep dive. We're going to be taking a deep dive into what's been going on in Iran. Uh-oh.
I got
Yeah.
an echo.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, it's not on my end.
I got cans on it. Ain't on my end.
I got mine. Huh. I got mine paused and muted.
All right, let me figure out what's going down. Nope. It's still got a little going on in the background. I wonder where it's coming from.
I turned the stream off, so it definitely ain't mine.
Yep, I'm closing mine on. Only thing I got open is StreamYard now.
Hold on, it might be me.
Yep.
Let's see. Close that down. Close it down.
Whatever you done, fixed it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was me. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, it happens.
I had it in the background.
Moment.
And here I've been trying to improve on my production values, and I really screwed it up. Go figure. But then again, I am getting old. Anywho, we're going to be talking about Iran and why this has been, for all intents and purposes, the whole world has been kicking this can down the road for close to 50 years. But that's not exactly true. We've been having issues about this that goes back even further. Oh, Shrubby's here. Hold on.
Oh.
Howdy, Shrubby.
Hey. Hey.
Oh. Hey.
How you doing?
Howdy, asshole.
Stop, asshole!
So, as I was saying, we're doing a deep dive into Iran. And a lot of people keep talking about how all this stuff started with the Islamic Revolution back in 79.
Nope.
Unfortunately, you're wrong. It goes back further than that. Hell, the seeds go back to World War II. And a good majority of people just don't know the history of Iran because it doesn't really get taught in schools. Do they teach it over there in Aussie land there, Shrubs?
Specifically, no, but I tend to pay attention a lot more than most fucking people do.
Because a lot of people don't know that during World War II, Germany and Iran were really tight. Hell, before World War II, it was known as Persia and not Iran. And the entire reason why they changed their name from Persia to Iran was the fact Hitler paid a visit to the Grand Mufti, whatever the heck his name was, there in Iran, and told them they needed to change their name of their country from Persia to Iran, which meant the land of the Aryans.
In their language, yes.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody knows Hitler was obsessed with the Aryans. And that was how that came about. Now, before World War II started, Germany and Iran, the newly renamed country of Iran, were really tight. Oil was being sent. So when the war got started, the Soviet Union and the British Empire both invaded Iran and divided it between the North and the South, between the British Empire and the Soviet Union, to keep Iranian oil from going to Germany. A lot of people believe that that was the whole point of Rommel's Africa Corps, was with the mindset of the Africa Corps being able to seize the Suez Canal and push past the Suez Canal into the Middle East and be able to link up with Iranian partisans and be able to have oil flow back to Germany.
Okay.
That's wishful thinking, because the truth of the matter was, even Rommel kind of put it out there that the only reason why the Africa Corps was sent into Africa was the fact that Mussolini got it in over his head there in Africa.
Right.
Which would. Also on the fact that the British owned Egypt.
Yes. And Mussolini literally he got Italy so over their heads into stuff it wasn't even funny.
Well, to be fair, Italy's always been over their head in every damn thing they've ever tried.
Yeah.
and to, at least until Napoleon and whatever, at least they were half sized effective what they were trying to do. After that, it just went all to fucking shit.
Well, it's funny that the French seem to be militarily capable whenever they're led by a non-Frenchman.
Funny that.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Funny.
Napoleon was a Corsican, and Joan of Arc was a French woman. They're two greatest military leaders.
What are you trying to say there, Richard?
The French suck. I think that's a pretty standard whatever statement.
Well, French
Yeah.
guys are gay and can't do nothing.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
But like I said, Joan of Arc was a French woman.
Back on track, Richard.
I'm just speculating here, spitballing.
Yeah, focus.
Whatever happens, we must never, ever, ever allow a French woman to become the leader of France.
Well, your channel's just been canned.
But it's the truth, man. It's the truth. It's frightening. But anyway, back on track about what's been going on with Iran.
I mean,
during the occupation, communists made a great deal of inroads in Iran post World War II. So much so it caused a lot of concern, especially after World War II came to an end, and it was felt that containment of communism and Soviet influence became paramount. Now, that was the entire reason behind the Marshall Plan and rebuilding Western Europe like we did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still extremely upset that we allowed Eastern Europe to fall under the yoke of communism and sold out all of our allies to being under Soviet oppression, especially Poland. Now,
that was a calculated decision. You know as well as I do. They did that for a reason.
Yeah. The alternative was a second war straight on top of the first one.
Yes, which we could have easily won within a couple of years' time.
No,
No,
you
no,
couldn't.
true.
No,
Let me
No,
tell
not
you,
at that
no.
time. No, I don't think so either.
No, you
Let me-
most certainly not at that time, Richard. No, you wouldn't have certainly not have done it in a couple of years, a couple of decades, maybe.
no. I will tell
Which
you why. Let me
is
tell you
eventually
why.
what happened.
Can I explain this? There's a lot of factors that a lot of people who did not research this don't know about. It's one of the things that Patton was sitting there talking about. It's one of the reasons why they removed him from command of the Third Army, lickety split, was the fact that he was saying that the Soviets were pretty much a paper tiger, because they were. They were dealing with, at the time, a massive influenza outbreak. A good chunk of the Soviet army at the fall of Berlin was combat incapable. The United States,
That was most of Europe, though.
yes, but the United States, on the other hand, had the capability to continue pushing. We had the manpower to do it. We had the stockpiles to do it. Plus the fact we had this new thing that we hadn't used yet that created two suns over Japan that could have easily been
Not back then. That yet. Don't forget.
But what I'm saying is, it would not have lasted more that long, because if we would have hit back, the Soviets' lines would have crumbled.
Take this into consideration, Richard. They learned in World War II that war is profitable.
Yes.
And perpetual war is perpetually profitable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but that did not come into being until the 60s.
And nobody would have signed
Harry
off on.
Truman was talking about it in the fucking 50s, so I beg to differ.
No, that was Eisenhower.
Nobody would have signed off on them. Nobody would have signed off on them nuking Europe either. It was one thing to nuke Japan. It's a fucking island, and we will basically be fighting for every blade of goddamn grass just to get onto the place.
That's not true.
Europe, completely different situation.
Not true. Oppenheimer himself.
No, it's true.
Strubby, what was your job in the Navy? What was your job?
Stoker.
You know what mine was? Chemical, biological, radiological warfare specialist. Guess who got to read the notes that Oppenheimer was writing between him and
you
Fermi?
you think I haven't read those notes as well? But it said it wasn't the case of whether it physically could. It's not the fact of whether it physically could be done, Richard. There'd be nobody in Europe as allies who would have agreed to let you fucking do that. Period. It's not the fact of whether you could or couldn't. They wouldn't have agreed to it. You would have been doing it alone, which you couldn't do.
If you were dropped, because they originally planned on using them on the Germans. That was the whole point. The entire reason why nuclear bombs are the way they are is the fact that Fermi and Oppenheimer made them the way they are. Because the original way that they were going to slice the atom, there was not going to be any radioactive fallout. It was just going to be a big, huge kaboom without the punishing after effects. Oppenheimer
and they still had no guarantee it was going to work exactly how they planned it to either.
They hit it.
So imagine if it went completely pear-shaped, as it could have done on Japan. At least in Japan, it's a fucking island, and the amount of fallout and the damage it could have done could have been negated. You then inverse that onto Europe. That the risk is too great. Period. Even Oppenheimer admits that we could have.
Remember what they wanted to do to Germany and Germans post-war.
They also wanted to rearm them and send them right back against the Soviets. Yes, we all know this.
Yes, they only wanted it. The only ones that was calling for that was Churchill and Patton. It's one of the reasons why
the ones who could have quite easily vetoed and told you to jam it up your ass if you're going to use nuclear weapons on European soil.
And like I said, that's why the original intended targets for the nuclear weapons was the Germans. And it's one of the reasons why if they would have came out with them sooner and the Germans had held out longer, they would have been used in Europe. It was already a foregone conclusion. The only thing that kept it from really happening was the fact that Roosevelt did not tell Truman about it. About the way that Truman found out about the atomic bomb literally was, hey, we're getting ready to test it here in New Mexico. And he's like, say what? Like I said, this was my job. I'd read all of the
but he also let Churchill know whether it succeeded at the Potsdam conference. That was his whole whatever of him actually trying to keep Churchill in the loop, or rather Churchill trying to stay in the loop. Was he asked him whether it succeeded or not?
Yes.
And
now,
yes,
the fucked up thing, like I said, the Soviets, if we would have listened to Patton, even Churchill post-war was sitting there going, he was trying to warn people about what the Soviet Union was going to do.
Yep. And we're all well in this, yes.
And the fact that they were a paper tiger at the point because of what they were going on internally. The fact that the only reason why they were even combat capable was all the supplies we were sending them. But we've gone off on a tangent. The occupation that the Soviet Union had of Iran, they came so close to having to be militarily kicked out of Iran. But they had created enough of a communist network in the areas that they had controlled, and they also had supported a lot of the early Islamists that was there, which is kind of wild considering the fact that Iran was not a predominantly Muslim country. It still isn't. Most people think because it's called the Islamic Republic of Iran, that is a predominantly Muslim country. It's not. They don't eat. Islam isn't even at 40% practice in Iran. I think it's 34%. At the most, maybe 37%. They're basically being ruled by a majority-minority religion. And even the people who practice Islam do not practice the 12er sect of Islam. For those of you who do not know what 12er is or what it means, the 12er sect follows the 12th Imam. These are the guys that believe that the 12th Imam, the little Ali kid, is hiding in a well somewhere in Syria. And when the end times come, he will crawl out of the well and say, "Here I am," and ends up becoming what in the Christian Bible we refer to as the Antichrist. Yeah, let that sink in. Really messed up. But these are the guys that actually believe that they can bring about the coming of the 12th Imam through their actions. And that's why they support terrorism as much as they do, which is wild. It's kind of the opposite of the followers of Shiva or Kali, the thuggies, where we get the term thug from. Now, this is all background information, but the 12ers were able to come to power, but the reasoning why they were able to come to power in 79 goes back to Operation Ajax, which happened in 1953, I think it was. Let me take a look again. Where's it at?
Yeah, 1953. Yeah.
Yep, 1953, during the Eisenhower administration. Now,
Fucking
CIA again.
It's always them. It's always
just
them, motherfuckers.
It wasn't just the CIA. The CIA got pulled into it.
Yeah, to be fair,
Sure.
I make that jab. It was MI6 first. To be fair,
Yes, and the reasoning behind it. Hold on, I cannot pronounce this dude's name, so I am copying pasting.
you mean the coup? The guy who was leading the coup?
No, the prime minister whose actions ended up causing it. I just put his name in.
Mohammed Mostadeh.
Okay, that dude. Okay,
No, that's how
he was a popular and elected prime minister. He was really popular, but there was fears that he had communist ties.
Which he did.
Yep, and he nationalized the Iranian oil industry. Now, the biggest company within the Iranian oil industry was a little company back then known as the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company.
Otherwise known as Shell. Otherwise known nowadays as Shell Oil.
BP, British Petroleum.
Yep. Or BP.
And the fact that the oil industry and wealth was all under the control of foreigners, this was not very popular amongst the Iranian people, which is one of the reasons why Mohammed Mossadegh was able to get
Mohammed Mossadegh. Make it easy on yourself. Mohammed Mossadegh. Make it easy on yourself.
Mossadegh. Okay. All right. That's why he was able to pull this off and nationalize the oil industry, which really pissed off the British government.
As it would. Let's be fair, as it would. No different to if Scotland tried to nationalise its fucking oil company right now. It'd say, get fucked.
Let's be fair. The Chinese tried to tell the British don't sell opium over here, and the British said, "Fuck you."
Yep.
And the Japanese tried to tell the U.S. Navy to, you're not trading here, and it said, "Fuck you."
Fuck you. Yep. Basically.
Now, this basically, and the fucked up thing is, Operation Ajax. Like I said, the British taught the CIA how to do this sort of shit of infiltrating, destabilizing, and bringing about coup d'etats to get people that are friendly to us into positions of power. Now, at the time, the Shah was not in country because he was kind of in exile at the moment.
Yep, got forced out by the Nassim, Colonel Nassim. Yeah.
Now, the Allies were able to cause this coup, which allowed the Shah to return and take back over Iran in 1953. Now, the Shah started a white revolution in Iran, which was a modernization program. He wanted to make Iran a modern, westernized nation. He promoted education. He promoted equal rights for minority groups, for women. I mean, if you were in Iran in the 60s and 70s, you would have thought you were in a Western European, North American country. The women of Persia are hot. I mean,
focus, Richard.
They're hot, and they're made to wear burqas and hijabs,
We have lost him.
which are completely
He's
non-Persian
lost in the
culture.
titties.
Yep, I
He
said
saw the
many.
shiny things. He saw the shiny things.
I had
Sure, the
many
big
things-
titties.
I had many things to say about this backstage, which I'm not allowed to repeat.
If you say those things, all of us will get rounded up and put in jail, man.
I mean, just look at that. Just look at the fucking shorts and TikToks that come out. Some of those women, Jesus Christ,
they're hot, man. They're doing the Trump dance.
We have moved on from redheads, ladies and gentlemen, out there in the chat, in the audience, and
Yep.
whoever sees this. We have now moved on to Persian women. We're getting a little
Persians.
more exotic.
Hang on a second. I've got this perfect one. Hang on.
Hot.
Now, the women there were very forward thinking. They were in the only places in the Middle East where women were given full rights, voting, all that stuff. In that entire region was Iran and Israel. And for a while, Lebanon. Because at one time, Lebanon had equal parts Jews, equal part Christians, and equal part Muslims. And they were able to balance that shit out in Lebanon. Lebanon was known as the Paris of the Middle East, if I remember right.
Something along those lines, yeah.
Hell of a lot nicer and cleaner than Paris.
Yes, it was. It was.
Especially now.
Even back then, probably.
It was something else. I mean, Iran was so close to the West.
I'm sorry. Every time he fucking says Iran, all I keep hearing is Iran so far away.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to just call them Persia, man, just so we can do it that way. I still think they should change their name back to Persia.
Persians.
Yes, baby.
No, there's a reason why the only thing known to Persian are rugs and fucking cats, because that's the only two good things that are about it. And the cats suck.
Persian women are hot as hell, and they're perfection,
Yeah,
man.
we get it. We get it. Get your tongue out of the floor. You're making a mess.
You know,
That's
you're not
why
wrong.
he needs the rugs. So
You're not wrong.
to protect the floor.
Now,
Who the fuck wants to breed a cat that can't breathe?
exactly, man. Now,
And it looks ugly as shit.
Now, we had allowed the Persians to scratch build F-14 Tomcat fighters, brand spanking new, all of our top line, cutting edge technology.
Worked out beautifully for him, didn't it?
Well, hold on. This actually ties back into some stuff that's been going on here in the United States, namely the F-22 fighter, the Raptor, and how we're not allowed to sell it to nobody.
Yeah, because it's actually decent.
Well, so was the F-14 back then. Okay.
So was the MiG, but let's not start that one.
Well, the F-14, up until it was retired, was one of the top fighter planes out there. The F-14 was built to be able to carry one of the most devastating anti-aircraft missiles ever made. And
it was also designed that practically an idiot could fly it, but you know.
Yeah, and we developed the F-14 to be able to utilize it. Now, it was the cutting edge of technology, and we didn't allow it to be built anywhere outside the United States except for in Persia. That was it. Now, when we retired the F-14, except for a few that are just basically the shells in museums, they destroyed my beautiful, beautiful aircraft just to make sure the Iranians could not get spare parts. Even though they originally had the capability of building F-14s from putting two bolts together to being able to put it up in the air. And I ask you, how could you go from having the ability to build these beautiful, beautiful planes to having to go on the black market to buy spare parts?
Brain drain.
Exactly.
That's a real thing.
Now, this is wild, man. Now, Operation Ajax basically put the Shah
or Operation Boot if you're talking about the MI6.
Yes. Once they put the Shah back into power, over time he started becoming more and more autocratic. Mainly because of the fact he was having to deal with the Islamists and the Twelvers movement there in Iran. They kicked the Ayatollah out because he was basically causing strife and unrest in Iran. So where did the Ayatollah run off to in his exile?
Somebody read Carlos' chat.
Hey, Carlos.
Moment.
Oh, look, it's a piece of heat.
He went to a country
It's a piece
that we were talking about a little bit earlier that we must never, ever, ever, ever allow to be ruled by a female French woman.
And he just compounded the offense.
Yes, I know.
What, you don't like Marie Le Pen?
I said a French woman.
Well, he has no balls, and he's a fucking closet queer. Does that count?
Anyway, now Jimmy Carter, that
Fucking idiot.
idiotic dumbass. I
You've
swear to God.
you've jumped ahead a bit there, Richard.
I know. It upsets me that he actually made the statements of, "Oh, he's a holy man. He's not going to cause no trouble if we make the Shah take him back."
I'm telling you, Jimmy Carter was a full-on retard.
And he was.
No. Don't go there, because my nephew's best friend is a severe Down syndrome sufferer. And when I told him the story, he made the statement of, "That was stupid."
Right.
Even I'm not that retarded.
Yeah, exactly right.
And because my niece and nephews, they bring their friends over for history lessons all the time. And it's one of the reasons why I bought my niece the history book I'm looking at right now. As I'm getting information to tell you guys for Operation Ajax, which I recommend to anybody. If you are, I'm going to type this in. Oh, shoot, I misspelled it.
Well said, Fish. Yes.
By the way, Fish, you're always number 2 with me, brother.
All right, this is the book that I've got this information from. Okay.
Oh, fucking hell! Really?
Yeah, it's good. There's all these true conspiracies that is out there that.
That's like reading Trotsky's fucking thesis on communism.
To be fair, fucking Shrubby, a lot of conspiracy theories around in the U.S. seem to be true, right?
Yeah, they turn out to be only conspiracies because nobody wants them fucking known. They turn out to be true.
Exactly right.
Now, during Operation Ajax and the stuff that led up to it, let's see, where is it? Oh yes, Kermit Roosevelt Jr., the grandson of President Theodore
Kermit.
Roosevelt.
Yeah,
Kermit
his first name was Kermit.
Yep. Led the CIA's efforts during Operation Ajax. And he worked alongside somebody whose name y'all are going to recognize most definitely. Norman Schwarzkopf Sr.
Oh, shit.
Fucking Schwarzkopf again.
Yep.
And his son was
We keep getting shorts coughed.
Schwarzkopf Jr., who I served under during Desert Storm.
He's becoming the fucking Warple of America. The Brits had Warple, you had Schwarzkopf.
Basically, yeah.
Cool.
Him and that motherfucking Colin Powell, yeah.
Okay, Schwarzkopf was pretty cool. And my last name is kind of unusual. He knew my dad in Vietnam. He gave my dad a ride in Vietnam. And then when he saw my name, he remembered my dad's name.
Phrasing
yep.
Richard? Yeah, phrasing Richard. Phrasing.
Okay, what had happened was my father was walking from one base to the other. And Schwarzkopf was just a lowly officer driving along in a Jeep. And he saw the soldier humping it across the
Jesus.
Vietnam.
You're just making it fucking worse now.
No, he's not. He's using
right,
military slang.
That's military slang for you're hoofing it, you're walking, and
I know what the slang is. It doesn't make it any better. It doesn't make it any better. I know what the slang is. It doesn't make it any better.
But he saw my dad, even though there was fraternization rules in place. He's like, "You need a ride?" And Dad's like, "What?" He goes, "Don't worry, I ain't gonna tell no damn body. Throw your bag in the back and let's go." And he got him to a certain point from the forward operating base that Dad was trying to get to. Dad hops out and saw his name was Schwarzkopf, and the officer saw that his name was Spake. So and both having really weird names, they remembered those names.
Sounds like a shitty country western group. Schwarzkopf and Spake, doesn't it?
Right, yeah.
So it was pretty cool. Whenever I was giving a briefing, and he kept looking at my name, looking at my face, looking at my name, and then when I turned and he got to see my profile, and I had taken my glasses off to clean them, he goes, "I think I know your dad." And I'm like, and I looked up at him and said, really? And he goes, what's your name? I said, Richard Spade. And he, are you Junior? And I'm like, no. My dad is Richard Pinckney. I'm Richard Alvin. And he goes, yeah. Why are you doing in the Navy? Then I explained why I joined the Navy.
I got lost on the way to college, sir.
Got lost on the way to the Army recruiter.
And when I told him that I was giving the Navy the 4 years I promised him, but then I was going to switch over into the Army. He's like, okay. And he wrote it down. I was like, oh, shit. There goes that general staff again.
You dumbass.
Hey, Marcelo, if you can make it, and we're still going, go ahead and hop in. But anyway, we reinstalled the Shah in 53.
Those of you keeping track, this is what was known as the White Revolution.
Yes, the White Revolution was the Shah of Iran's modernization programs, trying to
history buffs. Yes.
Trying to bring it all up to the same level as Europe and the United States. He's driving. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, probably not a good idea. He tries to get on. No.
Now, this basically meant that a white revolution is something that comes from the top down. The same thing happened in Russia that ended up leading to the Red Revolution that overthrew the czars. Same thing happened in China.
No. You're forgetting there were two revolutions, Richard, remember?
Yeah, you had
the February Revolution, which was a white revolution, and you had the Red Revolution, which is the October Revolution.
Well, the first revolution, the February Revolution, yeah, a lot of people refer to it as a white revolution because it still was pro-czar. It just meant that the czar they wanted a change in powers.
Yep.
But the white revolution that Tsar Nicholas had tried and failed at is what ended up triggering the February Revolution, which then also triggered the Red Revolution that happened in October.
Well, no, because the Bolsheviks fucking used the people against it. But again, off topic, focus.
Marxist you also had a similar revolution that ended up happening in China. Anytime you have a top-down revolution, i.e. a white revolution, it usually triggers a groundswell revolution, which is a counter-revolution to said white revolution, or the reforms coming from the top down.
Nothing
is one of the reasons why you had the Cloward and Piven model that was created in the 1960s. Was one of the many that was formed to have a both top down and a bottom up type revolution going on. Cloward and Piven was all about overwhelming the welfare state. You had Saul Alinsky's rules for radicals, all this stuff that was supposed to be both top down, bottom up revolutions that corresponded with people who had infiltrated government. I think that was the tangent, but
basically it's similar to it was similar in scope and prospect of what Stalin's purges were. It just wasn't usually lining them all up against the wall and shooting them.
Hey, Commodore Productions, how you doing?
It usually did end up. It usually did end up in arrests and executions, depending on what they'd done. Yes. But yeah, the whole concept was basically you're screwing up the system. We want you gone.
Yep. And the Chinese Revolution that Mao did and his Great Leap Forward was really, really. Whew, it was some really messed up stuff. But that's a deep dive for a different topic.
Yeah, you're going to lose your channel if you try and do that one. Moving on.
Yeah, right. But the reforms that the Shah was putting through was societal reform. to make Iran a better place, not just for the other minority groups and women, but to get everybody up to the same living standards like in Europe. Because when he was in his temporary exile, he liked what he saw.
Apparently.
There in Europe. I mean, who wouldn't? Hot and cold running water, electricity, women wearing skirts, treating, being really nice. And like I said, the Persian culture was nothing like the rest of the Middle East. The Persian culture had rich food, alcohol, hot women wearing whatever they wanted to wear, and dancing and being themselves and not being.
We're losing him again.
Oh,
To
We're
wear
losing him again.
Tangents all over the place tonight.
Somebody get the bucket.
I'm sorry, guys.
Somebody get the towel and the bucket and the mop.
I cannot stand the way women are treated in these Islamic countries. And I
It's because
also
they're not Islamic, Richard.
the Islam
Richard, any of us over the age of damn 25 have probably seen it. I mean, most of us remember seeing that girl get shot with an AK in her fucking chest on the damn TV, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Do we all remember that?
I'm
Yep.
also upset with the fact that they have been forced to adopt an outside culture that's not their own all across Islamic countries. Traditional attire and music and foods.
Well, this is why the people are dancing around over there saying, thank God for damn Donald Trump of all goddamn people.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not so much saying God, Donald Trump, more so, ha ha, the fuckwit's dead. Let's put that in perspective. Yeah.
Basically, pretty much.
But like I said, there were three main religions in Iran: Islam, you said it earlier,
Zoroastrianism.
and Christianity. Those were the three big religions. They did have a sizable Jewish minority that lived there. I stress had.
Yeah, probably don't want to remind anybody of that one either.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that one, probably.
Yeah.
Now, when
if that doesn't get him struck down, that's going to get him arrested. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not in America. It'll just get him. What are you talking about, Richard? Nobody's ever going to talk to you again.
Now, the Shah, his rapid modernization programs it kept getting more and more authoritarian as time progressed. He created a secret police organization called SAVAK. SAVAK.
Yep.
It was known for being very brutal about going up against the Islamists and people like that.
Obviously, you're making.
People nowadays don't seem to realize how authoritarian countries really are.
Yeah. Them calling America or Britain authoritarian right now is really, really overstretching it.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
People disappeared in the middle of the night, got the living crap beat out of them if they ever showed back up. And like I said, over time, the people started seeing the Shah not as a legitimate ruler, but a foreigner that was imposed upon them. The more authoritarian he became, the more the people did not like him. Now, the Islamic Revolution happens. He ends up having to leave the country again. The monarchy collapsed, and they established the Islamic Republic. And you also had the seizure of the U.S. Embassy, which I still remember those days. Watching the news every day with the number of the day and everything. I still remember that to this day. And
before you continue about the revolution itself, probably as a footnote here, we should be mentioning about the Arab-Israeli War as well that happened prior to that.
Yeah,
which also did have a massive impact on all this.
How long does that last again?
That lasted about 2 years.
Right.
You also had the USS Liberty incident, which is one of the reasons why a lot of the stuff that we allowed the Iranians to be such a close ally to us was the fact that up until then, our closest ally in the Middle East was Israel. And they lit up one of our ships, the USS Liberty.
Exactly. I am just saying we should have hit them right then. Hit them hard.
I couldn't agree more. If it was any point in time where you were going to, completely bitch slap the fuck out of the Tsar to bring his head back out of his ass and stop the Islamic Revolution, that would have been it.
Right then, hit them. You hit our ship. Excuse me, no, slap.
Yeah,
well, the Israelis say the reason why they shot the Liberty.
Don't care.
We
wouldn't listen to nobody else.
I am just stating what was stated at the time, because the Liberty was in a position that the Liberty was in between the Israelis and the attacking forces. And in the heat of battle, they thought the Liberty was one of the attacking forces' ships, and they unloaded on it. That's the official word on it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is 100% bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at the time, they were using World War II level technology and imaging. So I can see that in the middle of fucking combat, but that's only if you're willing to give somebody the benefit of the doubt in the middle of a fog of war.
And there was absolutely no similarity between it and the fucking Iranian ships, all the Israeli ships. So neither side could mistake it for one or the other.
It wasn't Iranian ships that the Israelis were fighting against. They were Egyptian ships that they were fighting against. Remember,
which were repurposed British ships. But again, they could not be mistaken, or the US ship could not be mistaken for being one of theirs.
No, there's no way.
No, it
That's
could not
why
be
I
mistaken.
say we should have slapped them right then.
Well,
Agreed.
At the time, like I said, the only trustworthy ally we had in the Middle East was Israel. And Iran was seen as another trustworthy ally they could get, especially with supporting of the Shah. Thus, we opened up our defense industry with Iran and the Shah, and they created, what was the name of the company that they created?
And this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Perpetual war is perpetually profitable.
I think it was called the Iranian Defense Industry Corporation. Let me see. The Defense Industries Organization. Yep, that was it, I think. That basically was allowing the Iranians to build F-14s, M16s. I think they were also building M1 Abrams, and
well, they weren't going to give it to the fucking Egyptians, that's for sure.
Right.
And I mean, all of our modern gear that we were producing, Iran was able to produce it because, heck, we weren't even letting the Israelis build our shit because of the Liberty incident. But we were allowing it with the Iranians.
It didn't help the Soviets were sticking their fucking nose in as well.
That's true. Which is one of the reasons why that was the reason why the Liberty was there, was because the Soviets got involved in the fighting. And there are those that believe the reason why the Israelis opened fire and ended up hitting the Liberty was disinformation. So it is, like I said, the fog of war is a fucked up thing.
We've also heard enough bullshit reports of your blue on blue fight, whatever's, Richard, that, we wouldn't believe that if it was coming from you either.
Yeah.
Friendly fire fucking incidents,
friendly fire, Murphy's rules of warfare, friendly fire isn't.
Yep. And no matter what, the best laid plans will go fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Ask the Canadians, they always get in the way of a tomahawk. Always.
Now,
they also wrote the Geneva Suggestions.
Yes. They see the Geneva Convention as a checklist. Get it right.
No, they wrote the checklist. That's why it exists.
Now,
is that why? That's why everybody ignores it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, the Islamic Revolution came about because, well, dumbass Carter and Bob Beckel decided, let's pressure the French to let let's pressure the Shah to allow the Ayatollah Khomeini
to come back.
Go home.
Yeah.
They used political pressure with the Shah to force him to allow Khomeini to come back from his exile in Paris.
The fucking French.
And the whole reason why, when asked, why do you believe the Ayatollah is not going to go back to Iran and cause problems? That's because he's a holy man, and holy men don't do stuff like that.
Fucking peanut farmer.
Right.
And believe it or not, when Bob Beckel was on Fox News on the 5, he was questioned about this, and he says that he was actually proud of helping get Khomeini back to Iran.
Of course he is.
That dumb stupid son of a bitch. Oh God. So once Khomeini was able to get back, that triggered the Islamic Revolution. And the whole seizure of the embassy and everything that flowed from there.
Yeah, it's exactly what I make the point of. If historians can collectively agree that Carter was responsible for the Shah getting removed, he is most certainly responsible for putting that box-headed fuck in power.
Yes.
Exactly right. Yep.
Now,
amongst other retarded things.
Yes, amongst many retarded things.
Now, I will say this about Jimmy Carter. Before he died, he went from being the worst president in the United States to the third, maybe fourth worst president in the United States history.
Yeah,
depending on how you look at it, I guess maybe.
Yeah, we'll agree to disagree on that one. Richard, continue.
Because you got to admit, he was better than Biden and he was better than Obama.
Again, we'll agree to disagree. Continue.
I don't believe Biden was ever actually in fucking charge. So,
yeah. and for all of Obama's for all of Obama's fuckery, he wasn't complete retard either.
No, he didn't fuck around too awful bad. He just fucked everything up. As
Yeah.
Democrats do.
Well, Obama's the dude that had no problem murdering American citizens with drone strikes.
Right? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, some of them deserve it, Richard. Let's be real.
Unrestricted drone warfare, willy-nilly, like you would not believe. This is its own. The Obama years is its own deep dive on this shit.
For sure.
One of the things,
but I'd rather a trigger-happy dumbass than a completely ineffectual Valiant poster child.
true, but what I'm talking about is the things that Obama did while he was in office is one of the reasons why the Middle East is so much worse right now.
No. America has been working on making the Middle East a fucking cesspit for as long as I've been alive. So don't give me that.
Yeah.
I say this because I had friends of mine that worked in CENTCOM that was forced to carry out this shit and had to pump
I
it
mean,
on
yeah,
the
he wasn't great, but none of them have been. In my fucking lifetime, none of them have been fucking worth a shit, Richard. So yeah.
Most certainly, there are most certainly a couple of people that can certainly bear as much burden and as much responsibility about how fucked the Middle East is. I mean, Richard Nixon wasn't exactly telling the Shah to pull his fucking head in, and that's probably half the reason why poster child or Valiant poster child Carter was so fucked from the get-go when Nixon bailed rather than being impeached.
Didn't it come out that, go ahead.
Because half the reason he was gone was because he was getting too cozy with the Shah.
Didn't it come out that Obama pumped a bunch of money, like pallets of money, into Iran, which also helped fuel them buying the weapons?
Yes, I will tell you exactly how much Obama sent them. $1.7 billion in cash.
Yep.
They cleared out all of the money in the banks around D.C.
Guess who else sent fucking shit tons of money and weaponry all over the third fucking world? Every other president except for the past 42
Guess how much
years.
Joe Biden's administration, guess how much they sent?
I mean, they all sent fucking as much as they possibly could for a good reason.
$16 billion during the Biden years.
God.
And not much less than or much more than what was sent during either of the Bush administrations or Reagan's
or anybody else's.
That money that went directly to Iran. We gave that money to Iran that had been put on hold because of the sanctions that was put up against the Islamic Republic. Because of the human rights violations and things of this nature that had been set up to punish the Islamic Republic. That's why they didn't get this money. And then they turned around and gave it to them on the promises, if you promise us not to build a nuke, we'll give you this money back.
This surprises me 0%. This is standard operating procedure in this country.
I have to be with Fox on this one. Yeah, there is no party of any governorship or of the US in the last 50 years at least that is not responsible for this. None of them are innocent of this.
Never seen a day in my lifetime where this wasn't the case.
Like I'm saying, these people, a lot of the goodwill that we had in the Middle East was shot to shit by the indiscriminate drone warfare of the Obama years. For fuck's sake.
It was never meant to be a peaceful fucking place in the first place. This is how damn advanced contractors make their money.
Let me finish. This is something
Yes, sir.
I care about big time because I lost friends there.
I get it.
I trained there. So please let me finish. All
You
I'm
get it.
asking for is to be able to say this. Now, before Obama, when we were going after targets, actual targets, people we knew were terrorists, if there was the possibility of a civilian casualty, George W. Bush said, don't pull the trigger. Even if it was their own family member in a truck in the middle of the damn desert, that it would only be one person being taken out. That was collateral damage. He said, no, don't do it. When Obama was in office, he didn't care about collateral damage. He supported collateral damage. There was multiple times there were weddings going on that they would drone strike just because of the possibility that a relative of a terrorist was going to be there, and they blew them the fuck up. They killed an American citizen without judicial oversight while he was sitting in the middle of a cafe on a busy street. They blew him up and the entire fucking block with a drone strike in the middle of the day with all these civilians around him. Then they waited, I think it was 6 to 8 hours, when that man's American citizen, now his 16-year-old son, who was also an American citizen, went to go see the site where his father was murdered by that drone strike while they were still in the process of cleaning it up. And drone struck him. Can you not see why I'm pissed off about what Obama did?
But nobody was doubting whether Obama did bad things, Richard. That wasn't the point was being made.
No, my point was they've constantly been doing this bullshit since I've been a little kid.
Yeah, there is no president, aside, and not even Obama, that can claim to have clean hands in any of this shit. None of them. Not one.
And I'm not saying people have clean hands, but I am saying what Obama did made it 1,000 times worse, because we actually were starting to show signs of trust in the Middle East because of what we were doing over there.
Yeah, press X to down that one.
From the fact of people that were on the boots on the ground there was talking about it, that they had a hard time when we went into Iraq because they remembered during Desert Storm when we said to the Iraqi people, if you stand up, we will come in and liberate you. And then we had to stand by and watch as they got butchered. Because they stood up to Saddam Hussein.
Same shit that's happened fucking, like I said, since I was a kid.
That's where my
different government, different country, same situation. The
same bullshit, different third world shithole.
What was happening in Egypt is no different. What happened in other parts of Northern Africa most certainly were no different, Richard. Whether the US was involved or not. You were finished.
We went in during Operation Iraqi Freedom. We had a hard time winning the hearts and minds of the Iraqi people because they remembered that. That is the one thing about Persia and the Middle East. They have long memories. They remember these slights. And we had a hard time during Operation Iraqi Freedom and enduring freedom in Afghanistan was all because we had promised we would do something, and then we didn't do it. In Iraq, it was, if you stand up, we'll come in and liberate you. We didn't do it. Mm-hmm. In Afghanistan, throughout the Soviet occupation and the attempts to push the Soviets out, we kept telling the Afghani people, especially the Northern Alliance, who was aligned with the United States directly, once the Soviets are out, we will help you rebuild. Guess what we didn't do? That's right. We did not help them. But guess who did? Who used his family's multi-billion-dollar construction company to help rebuild Afghanistan? And he used that goodwill to create Al-Qaeda, which is Arabic for the database. And FKHC
Tim
says, "Hail Shrubby."
Yep.
Hail,
what's up, Tim?
The hole.
Yep, I did say hi in the chat.
Yeah. The Obama attacking fucking weddings and shit. That was that.
We're not, as we said before, Richard, nobody is saying that he is solely the responsible for everything that's happening in the Middle East. He's also not the only one that deserves to be criticized.
No, what I was saying is they all got blood on their damn hands. Every damn one of them.
That is it.
I'm surprised the Shah didn't use SDECE, the French intel service at the time, to off Khomeini when he lived in France, or even use the Iraqi intel service.
Because they were receiving fucking massive cash payments from the UN to make sure they didn't do that.
Yes. There was a whole lot of stuff going on. Khomeini was seen in many ways as a cause celebrity at the time.
He was a Che Guevara of fucking Iran. Let's put it.
We have funded countries to fight us.
Now, when Khomeini went back over there, it triggered the Iranian Revolution, and we got what we got. And even amongst the Muslims of Iran, 12ers are a minority of them. And in all intents and purposes, 12ers are a death cult. Like I want
to explain what that is, Richard, by the way.
Okay, a 12er are followers of the 12th Imam, which is a little kid hiding in a well in the middle of Syria. And they're
lunatics, basically, what you're saying.
Okay.
Death cult, as you said, yeah.
They're a death cult because they believe they can cause enough chaos that will cause him to decide to crawl out of the well and assume the position that in the
position around a Muslim.
Let's not go there because but
I told you to mute my ass. Your fault.
Now, the reason why I refer to them as a death cult, those who don't know what a thuggee is, these were Indian followers of Shiva or Shiva.
Kali, not Shiva.
Kali, yes. Kali and Shiva are supposed to be the two sides of the same god or some stuff.
No, Kali's actually the wife of Shiva.
All right. The thuggies believe every time they kill somebody, it postpones the end times. The difference is 12ers believe the more people they kill, the sooner the end times will happen.
Self-perpetuating prophecy. They are technically not incorrect.
Yes. Now, the 12ers...
They're also Christian cults like this, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah. Jehovah's Witnesses.
Couple, yeah. But we're talking the 12ers are actually the equivalent of the Baptist of the Shia faith.
Yeah, that's not a bad analogy. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah.
Now,
I grew up Baptist, so yeah, that's not.
Yeah, so did I. That's one of the reasons why I used it, because literally, I grew up in a Baptist church where he waved around an old battered copy of the King James Version of the Bible and was telling everybody, if you here don't believe this here King James Version Bible says that I tell you it says, not that you've read it yourself, but you have to take my word for it.
Yep, screaming and hollering about going to hell while he's got a freaking bottle of vodka with him on the pulpit. Yep.
And
in many ways, exactly right.
That's the Ayatollahs, man. They were that way.
Yeah, it's not a bad analogy, really. Yeah.
In fact, Khomeini, the dude that we blew up, was known for thighing little girls, prepubescent.
I mean, of course they are.
Girls.
Yeah, that's not just to him. That's in general at this point. Yeah.
The shock level in this room just went from 0% to 0%.
I mean, these dudes are not nice people. But anyway,
no, they're goat fuckers. We all know this for
but like
I was saying,
I was waiting to make this.
The Islamic Republic comes to power and enforces an outside culture on the Persian peoples that were
obviously
the Zola. Say the word.
Zoroastrianism.
Yes.
The Zoroastrians and the Christians and the Jewish minority.
Too many big words for Richard.
Everyone has to wear a fracking burqa, headscarf, all this other BS. If you didn't wear it, they'd actually kill you. Which, like I said, was entirely outside of what they were used to. Even in Afghanistan, these elements were not part of their culture. That was enforced on them. And yes, you said FKH is Tim. Yes, Iran was the most westernized country in that entire region, except for Israel and Lebanon.
Yep, and they were.
Because at one time, Lebanon was seen as the height of fashion in that entire region. And
yeah, its fashion scene was starting to rival that of Milan at the time.
Yes. And it's one of the reasons why when the balance between Christians and Jews and Muslims in Lebanon got askewed, everything went to hell in a handbasket there. And you had the big sectarian violence between the various groups that left Lebanon, well,
a steaming fucking shithole.
Yes. Beirut was seen as the Paris of the East. It was a beautiful, beautiful country. I had friends of mine that actually had been to Beirut before it went kaput that talked about how you wouldn't believe how westernized it was and how beautiful it was.
I got a friend of mine got blowed the fuck up around Kabul. Right?
Now, a massive fucking city Kabul was, at least at that time, yeah.
How many people here remember when the leader of Iran came, I think it was to Cornell University or whatever it was there in New York, and he was giving a speech saying that there were no gays in Iran, and people were laughing at him.
Of course there's no gays in fucking Iran. If somebody said they was gay in Iran, they get thrown off a fucking building.
Actually,
not back then. Not back then they didn't.
You had two choices. in Iran of being gay. One choice.
Leave.
We're going to take you to this nice big tall building. Halfway up, there's an operating room. We can turn you into a girl, or we can take you to the roof and see if you know how to fly. Those were your two choices if you were found to be gay in Iran. Let that sink in. You were given the choice, snippety snip, turn you into a girl, or let's see if you can fly.
I guarantee you, they was 0% gays in fucking Iran.
Yeah, it's some really fucked up shit. Yeah, Kabul used to be a really beautiful city too. Up until the Soviets invaded Afghanistan, Kabul was not a fully westernized country. Wasn't a westernized country, but it wasn't what it is today.
It was a massive fucking city. It was very much as advanced and as populated as Istanbul was.
Yep.
At least until all that other shit blew up as well.
Right.
You didn't have religious police running around saying cover your woman up, don't let her talk, or any of this other shit. Like I said, that was completely enforced in Iran. It was what's the name of that Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah, you really going to use that as an example?
I mean, come on, really? You can't find nothing better.
The Islamic Revolution is what inspired the Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, right, go on.
Look it up.
Yeah.
What happened in Iran is what inspired the Handmaid's Tale, because it was the exact same thing, and she wrote it right after this shit came into being. Where a patriarchy seized control and enforced women to become second-class citizens. But instead of them her writing about it actually having happened, she fictionalized it as the Handmaid's Tale. And for some reason, crazy feminazi bitches keep pulling that out while completely ignoring where it's actually happened.
Well, yeah, that's how they do shit, Richard. They say shit. Notice this 2026, brother. Thank you for joining us.
Well, considering the fact that you've got these hot, gorgeous Persian women,
there he goes again,
taking off their burqas and
getting the sheets.
We know, Richard. Yes, we know, Richard. Women that have been covered up for 40 fucking years might want to show their titties. We get this, yes.
Woohoo! Ass and titties, ass and titties, ass and titties, and big booty bitches.
Now,
well, that too, yeah.
They're doing the Trump dance, man, to celebrate it, and you've got crazy people here in the United States bitching about it.
Of course, Richard, that's their right to do so because they've got the right to be retarded in this country, right?
Yeah. But I just find it aggravating that these crazy bitches who think that they're being oppressed are pissed off that women who have spent the past 47 years being oppressed, they're upset that these women are celebrating the fact that they're no longer being oppressed.
They're celebrating the fact that they're celebrating Trump. That's the real issue. It's not the fact that they're celebrating being repressed. They're celebrating Trump. That's the real problem.
Yeah.
No. If Vladimir Putin would have sent a rocket down that some bitch's throat, they'd be celebrating in the streets, all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, true enough.
But Trump that did it, they're pissed.
Yeah, because Trump did it, they're pissed off. That's the only reason why they're pissed off about it.
Now, if you guys,
I mean, that's the story of America for the past fucking 10 years now.
Pretty much.
Now, there are just so much stuff that has gone into this that The problems with Iran for the past 47 years, it's one of those kick the can down the street until somebody else has to deal with it. And that's what Iran has been on the global stage for 47 years. And somebody finally dealt with it.
Right. Well,
Now,
that's why we put the orange man in charge to deal with shit. Because, quite frankly, Richard, our country had been the same way. We've been in fucking stagnant for 40 goddamn years.
Yep.
Yes, I agree.
Blue board for 40 years.
Okay, I look at Trump.
We just needed to unload.
Okay, Trump was not my candidate when he ran in 2016.
No, I thought he was going to be a fucking shit show, but he's the best goddamn president I've ever seen.
Well, my problem with him was the fact that he was so tight with the Clintons. And most people don't know this, that he was the
he's not a Republican.
Yeah, he was a big time Democrat. He was a big Democrat.
As was Reagan. Half the reason why people shit all over Reagan was the fact that he was up until he's being elected was that he was a lifelong Democrat.
Yeah,
Shrubby, I'm convinced almost at this point that a fucking actor needs to be in charge of America.
Yeah.
No. For all his faults and whatever, Reagan, no, he didn't do a very good job either.
Well, no, I mean he didn't, but I mean,
yeah. let's not put an actor in charge.
Could be a lot worse.
Oh, great! Yeah, you could find a shit ton worse people to do the job, but let's
politicians.
Let's not tempt fate by offering it a second time, shall we?
You might be right. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put it this way: y'all don't want me president because you think.
You think you think fucking Sigvaldson is bad? No, you give me the damn red button.
Give me the button, yeah.
Oh God! But like I said, you can only kick the can down the road so far before somebody has to deal with it. The trash man has to come to take the trash out. And unfortunately, the butcher's bill came due. You can only postpone it. So
unfortunately, shit.
I wouldn't notice anything different.
With that, and that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, it's to have to agree with you on that one. This is pretty much the last 20, 30 years of just ineffectual governments across the board, not just the US, not just Iran. It's ineffectual governments across the board not doing what they fucking should.
I, for one, as a U.S. taxpayer, Shrubby, I want to see my goddamn hard-earned money go to blowing up the motherfuckers that need blowed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also...
We can agree to disagree whether America should be playing world police.
No, we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be. 100%. We shouldn't be. But that's the role that we have chosen. So...
Well,
if you're going to have a role, might as well do it. Yeah.
Right.
In many cases, though, we haven't chosen to be the world police.
Bullshit. We elect these fucking idiots.
Yeah, I have to be with Fox on that one.
The reason why I say this is the fact that every time something happens, everybody turns to us. Who's the one that keeps bankrolling?
We could also tell Europe and the rest of everybody else to handle their own goddamn problems.
Yes, we should. That's how I feel about it. We should be telling these people to deal with it themselves. But for some unknown reason, we're the ones who keep.
And I'll say it. I'll fucking say it if nobody else is going to say it. The first one that ought to be told to handle their own goddamn problems. Right there in the fucking Levant.
Yeah.
Yep. It doesn't help. You've spent the last several decades playing the big dick in the room game. That has not helped your situation at all.
Absolutely not. Do you know how much money we're in fucking debt? Every U.S. citizen's in fucking debt to fucking whoever. It's like $250,000.
like I said, we have.
I ain't got $250,000. Do you?
Nope.
No.
We have gotten ourselves into this position because we have bankrolled every damn body.
Yep.
Facts. Yeah, tell them to fuck off. They don't even want to help us when we got to do something.
Yeah, people don't realize how fucking accurate Lord of War really is. It is the quintessential documentary, for want of a better phrase, of how much not just the US but also other powers, because let's also be fair, the US aren't the only ones guilty of doing this as well.
No, anybody with any goddamn sort of power on Earth is going to try to do this because that's how it fucking works.
That's how they keep their power. Yes, that is the biggest thing. And what is the primary rule of power? It is what is perceived. Nobody's going to fuck with America if everybody sees America as the big dick in the room.
Exactly. Yep. We will nuke you from fucking outer space. Do not fuck around, because we will.
Yeah, and that's the problem. And that is the problem.
Right.
Oh, and now we got the new directed energy lasers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
see, this is where you come into a moral fucking quandary when you try to go up against another fucking superpower that's doing the same goddamn bullshit you are. You don't have the moral high ground anymore.
Nope.
Yep. See, I look at it this way. Charity starts at home. We have allowed our own infrastructure to be crumbling because we've been focused on fixing everybody else's shit than our own.
Well, to be fair, our government is so fucking corrupt at this point that if it wasn't getting siphoned off to somebody else, do you think they'd really fix our shit? No, they'd be putting it somewhere else.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. But that was one of the reasons why Trump did win me over in 2016, because I wasn't going to vote for that bitch that made it to where the only way I'll ever see my son face to face again.
No, nobody in their right goddamn mind was ever going to vote for Hillary fucking Clinton.
Yeah, and the biggest fallout was the fact that all the establishment was quite prepared to hand her the fucking job, and it didn't go their way.
The Democratic Party could have put anybody else in, and they would have probably won that election.
Yeah, it didn't help. They screwed over Sanders either. Sanders was the
At that point, Donald Trump was a TV fucking star, and nothing else.
Now, one of the things that I liked that he talked about was our crumbling infrastructure and how it needed to be rebuilt. Because he was talking.
Okay, how's that working out for you, though?
Let me finish. Because he was the only politician that was running on the national scale in decades who actually was talking about the fact that our bridges were crumbling, that our power grids were crumbling and needed massive repairs.
We're going to go here, okay?
Who actually was talking about the fact how our
talk is cheap.
Power again, please. He was the only one on the national level that was talking about the fact that an EMP would destroy our electrical power grid, and the fact that all it would take to fix and bring our power grid up would be a couple of $1 billion.
Richard,
I hardened it, and he was the only one talking about it, and I was like going, wait a minute, he's actually talking about this?
Okay, that's cool and all, but in all facts and reality, the western half of North Carolina is still fucked up.
Amen.
From a hurricane.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that. I live here, remember?
Right. Okay, so how effective is this motherfucker at his job?
Well, you can only do so damn much at any given time.
No.
Here's the fact that he's got so many people that have.
Okay, that would be cool. That would be fine if he didn't get on here and get everywhere that he can and talk so much shit.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's just how he is. I'm not making excuses. I am just explaining it.
That's exactly what I'm doing. There's reasons people don't like that motherfucker. Just saying.
Yeah, and they use the fact they don't like him to make it to where they're going to oppose anything he tries to do.
Okay, we all know about the blue bears.
Which is a dumbass take to have. We can all agree on that one.
Because, I mean, like we were saying, the women of Iran are celebrating that they no longer have to wear all this crap.
Yeah, nobody here is arguing that fucking anybody should have left the Ayatollah alive. I'm saying they should have killed that some bitch fucking 3 decades ago and quit wasting the money.
Yeah.
So wait, I just gotta say this really fast because it kind of goes with what Fox was sort of kind of saying. So one of my nurses today, who is a German Jew that converted, that was over here since he was 6, and he was raised in Central Florida, and I had the pleasure of training under him 20 some odd years ago. So I have a good relationship with this man. He said to me today, he comes into my room, all scuttlebutting in, and I'm trying to set up, and he's all famished, which is a Yiddish word for kind of fluttering about. And he looks at me and he goes, I got to say something to you really, really fast before anybody else comes in the room. And I'm like, okay, like, I know how you are. You're totally on the spectrum. What do you have to say? And he goes, well, I just want to tell you something. And I'm like, okay, can we get to the point? And he's like, I don't like the orange man. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Now, this is from somebody who used to be a self-proclaimed conservative. And he goes, well, I don't like him. And I'm like, okay, yes, okay, yeah, we've been down this road. He goes, but I like what I'm pro-war. I'm pro this war. I like what he's doing. It's needed to be done. And
Goddamn right.
I know. Mm-hmm. And I looked at him and, I was like, why are you so, once again, famished? Sorry, I can't think of a better word to use. And he's like, because I just had to tell you. And I'm like, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, like, really?
Yeah. And he's like, but no, you don't understand. My wife, she's totally left, 100% left. She's like, she just hates everything about him. And I just can't get her to understand. And I said, use his name. I was like, it's okay to admit certain things. You don't particularly have to love somebody in power as a person to like what they're doing. If they are doing something that is needed to be done for years and years and years, it's okay to say you like it. And he's like, yeah, but I just don't know who I could tell. But I just had to tell you. And I was
I'm not left or right. That was my whole damn point. They're both shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this goes back to what I've said repeatedly. When you allow your irrational hatred to overwhelm your rational mind and your common human decency, you get what we get today.
Oh, absolutely. See, because that's the degenerates run this damn country is what happened. Fucking degenerates.
I had my issues with the Obama because of the bullshit that he was doing. He had PR out the yin yang to make him look good.
Oh yeah, obviously. Can't let the first black president look bad. I mean, come on now.
And I looked at this stuff of all the stuff that he was doing, and I'm like going, anybody else that was sitting in the White House doing this shit, they would be, and he had an R after his name, they would be attacking him left and right.
Oh yeah, but it wouldn't make no difference. They'd still be doing it.
And
agreed.
It's one of the reasons
even though they shouldn't be.
I look at the way they treat Trump, and I'm like, they're allowing their irrational hatred of him as a person. They don't like him, but they loved him when he had the D after his name. The same people that are attacking him today used to be kissing his ass and giving him Hummers And I don't mean the car.
I can't believe that the hypocrisy of the United States actually is able to piss you off this bad anymore, Richard.
Yeah.
So I look at Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, don't get me started on Whoopi.
Yeah, let's sing it. No, let's not.
Hey, Shrubby. Shrubby, does today end in Y, brother?
Yes, it does.
Okay, a normal day. Got you.
Yep.
She and Oprah Winfrey used to support Trump big time and say he needed to be president.
Yeah.
Until he put an R after his name instead of a D.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we all know.
And my point exactly about Reagan stands exactly the same. There were people who were telling Reagan he should run to be president because he was so visionary and whatever. And it wasn't until he bailed from the Democratic Party and joined the Republican ticket was when all the personal whatever bullshit from Hollywood specifically was then focused on him. I used the term ages ago on another discussion we're having. Trump has never been anything but Reagan 2.0. That is the whole situation with this.
The uniparty in the United States is a real thing.
Yes, it is.
It is.
I mean, it just is. The Republican and the Democratic Party are the same.
That's why I refer to them as the establishment. That's why I refer to them as the swamp.
That's why they hate Donald Trump so bad, because
that's also why it's also so damn funny that they claim they're anti-establishment. The blue hairs claim they're anti-establishment.
No,
Fuck off, you're anti. They are the establishment. They can't be anti-establishment if they are the fucking establishment.
In the United States, they are 100% the establishment, right? And hell, in Australia too, I guess.
Yeah,
I won't speak for you, but
no, it is exactly the same. That is the same argument we can use over here. It doesn't matter which country it is the same argument.
The problem is that they only control a few fucking parts of the country in reality.
Look at the Islamic regime that has ruled the Islamic Republic of Iran for so long. They're only a small fraction of their government. And they have had people fighting against it, trying to reform it, and not being able to. And whenever we talk about this, we get attacked and called Islamophobic when we're calling this shit out.
Could you imagine if we had farmers go on strike here? Just saying.
Well, that happened in, I can't remember if it was Belgium or Denmark.
Exactly, but if we did it,
Belgium
the world would starve.
Yep, Belgium, because it was the UN, is where the UN headquarters is.
And
they've done it in France and a couple of places.
And what ended up happening was their government declared war on them.
Yep.
Obviously, yeah.
They did it in the UK as well. That was the whole whatever bullshit of tractors getting driven up the M25 right into the middle of London.
Oh, my favorite freaking scene from last year was a damn tractor getting pulled up somewhere in England, one of the damn government buildings, with a fucking muck slinger on the back of it.
Yeah, just blasting the front of it. Yeah,
right.
Yep. See,
loved it.
My thing is the fact that these people, we could have dealt with all this decades ago easily.
Yes, this is true.
Obviously, that's exactly what I was saying. We should have fucking slapped these bitches down when we had the opportunity.
And the problem was, you had the United Nations, when it was created, was supposed to keep shit like this from fucking happening. Problem is,
the UN is useless. That's the problem.
It is very useless. In fact, if you want to be honest, the majority of the problems we have today is because of the way the United Nations operates.
Yeah.
And the fact that the United States is the one who has been bankrolling the damn United Nations.
Everybody wants to talk shit about colonialism, but by God, it kept fucking shit sort of orderly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and with that being, I mean, on that one, the country is only 250 years old. We are a fucking experiment.
Yes. See,
An experiment with the largest military budget on the fucking planet. Yeah.
Well, hey, now, I didn't say we weren't going big or going home. I'm just saying, trying to figure out if this all works. Think about it. We've only been players in the game for a fraction.
How many aircraft carriers does China have? Let's just see here. How many?
I think 2.
How many do we have?
Are we talking actually literally or ones that work?
Ones that work.
We were talking,
None.
None. Zero. Yes.
Iran have now naval none.
Zero.
Bombs away.
That's what I'm saying.
How effective is its military? How effective is its military?
I'm
zero.
sorry. What is the
thing-
next most powerful military or naval force to ours?
I think China.
no,
It was supposedly,
Japan.
but no, not even close.
no, Japan.
Japan.
Yep.
Japan, I
Japan
would
has-
say, is more likely. Yes.
Japan
it
has
is.
the second largest navy on Earth, and theirs is limited in size and scope to frigates and destroyers.
Exactly
maybe
right. They got
cruisers.
small boats.
And the only reason why that is because one, because they don't need them, and two,
Right.
they as part of the agreement with the US, they don't have to.
Right, and we would absolutely allow them to build whatever they wanted. By the way,
Yeah, that's as part of the surrender agreement was, well, they didn't do that.
It's what we
Yeah.
did one time. They don't want to do it again.
It's Japan. It's Japan. What is the U.S.? What's Washington D.C. going to say? Oh, absolutely. You go ahead, build whatever you want.
Well, remember the Japanese Constitution that they wrote post World War II
Post.
was to get rid of the military. Period. They
Yeah,
did
but
not
they're
want them
pissed
to-
off now. I mean, shit's changed
Yeah.
now.
Most certainly, they're trying to overturn that shit. Yes.
Yes, they're trying to. They're having to overturn it because of the fact they see the United States, who they literally turned to the United States and said, "We want you to take over our defense."
And we
they
said,
said-
no.
And so thus they have their defense agency. It's not a ministry or a department or anything like that. It's a small office, part of their prime minister's section. But we wanted them to develop their military because
Exactly
we knew we couldn't
right.
do it. And nowadays they're seeing all of the threats that are popping up around them,
And they
And
in a
they-
big
Oh.
hurry.
and they see us being overextended way too damn much. So yes, they're pushing right now to remilitarize.
And they
I
should
don't
be.
blame them. I don't blame them. Hell, I believe every country on earth should have its own fucking military and defend itself. But then
Well,
again,
what I
I'm the
said.
same person that says that every individual should have the ability to defend themselves against anybody coming up and trying to take their shit.
In facts.
Hmm.
100%.
Agreed.
And if anybody in Washington D.C. had a problem with Japan rearming, I'd have a problem with them being in office.
Great.
See, I'm sorry. One of the biggest thing about being an adult, a responsible adult, is being able to defend yourself
Right.
and defend those you love. That was the whole point about being a man growing up, is being able to defend yourself.
I'm like Shrubby. I'll grab a damn big ass fucking hunting knife and fuck you up.
See, and I'm okay with that. I am 100% okay with men taking that manly role because I can defend myself quite well. And I'm about
Just-
to do it again. But
Come in my house, I'm gonna paint my walls with your brain matter.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
And
So that was pretty hot with a AR.
I like some bang bang. Sorry.
I use
Yeah.
a 12 gauge.
says, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. So am I. My toys just go bang bang now.
Yo, I don't play around. I use a damn Mossberger Model 88.
Hey, you're all the disadvantages, mate. Yours go pew pew, mine goes.
Ain't nothing hotter than a man with a gun and a collection of action figures.
Hey, didn't Toys R Us have the best super soakers and Nerf guns?
Yeah.
Oh, preppage.
They did once upon a time, yeah.
Oh, and back in the days when you didn't have, when it actually, some of them looked like real guns.
Yeah. I miss those days.
Oh, I used to have BB guns like that. Them shitting things cause trouble. Because
They think
They
think you had a 22 freaking rifle on you.
Focus, people. Focus.
All right, we need to go ahead and start winding it up. I do have some information to send out for people. Scooby Pup is going to be doing another fundraiser for Casey in case they missed Tony's finale on Wednesday. It's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I guess I'll have to go to that. I'm all for it.
Put that one in your calendar.
Now, if you'll notice in the description, I still have his give, send, go in my description, which means I need to repost it here.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody repost it if it would.
There it is.
You got the link? Yeah.
Yep, I am doing it right now. I was hoping Casey would be able to make it because he said he wanted to make it to talk about this because he remembers this stuff when it happened.
Yep, he ain't the only one.
Yeah, it's messed up, man. Because this was when it happened. I was like, "What the?" I was a little kid watching this on the news.
Oh, you mean the original? Okay, yeah, I'm too young to remember that, but I've seen that fucking aftermath firsthand.
That's why I've just been listening in. I'm a little too young for that, but I'm watching it now, watching it live as we speak.
Now, I've paid for it for the past fucking 30 years. Let's be honest, so have all of us.
Yeah.
Even you, Scrubby.
Yes.
Even you, Scrubby, you've paid for this bullshit.
I mean,
we have.
We're in a new dawn, a new era, a new age, and it's us and the people that are having open conversations and communication about it to push it through, to push it forward. The way I look at it is, look, you want to spend a few $100 million blowing these fucking cocksuckers up. Don't hurt my feelings, but we don't need to be in a damn war for 20 fucking years going forward.
Yep, that's one of the reasons why I am hoping that this is going to be over within a month, maybe two.
No, it better be, or people will turn against it. We ain't fucking having it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they said that the Vietnam War was going to be over in a year, and look how fucking well that turned out.
Well, they'll have to stop because we ain't fucking going to pay for it. I mean, we're tired of the bullshit.
Agreed.
Well, there is a documentary out about Vietnam that I wish more people would watch.
People don't understand why Donald Trump is in charge right now.
Yeah. Well,
because we're tired of the fucking bullshit.
Well, the thing with Vietnam,
just a bunch of pussies.
This is one of those things where we need to state, "Fuck the French."
Well, I mean, we've always said, in my part of the damn country, we've always said that.
Because the French not only did they get us involved in it,
bunch of goddamn surrender monkeys.
Okay, World War II, we kept telling, we told the French let their colonies be free because they had just earned their free. They just fought for and won their freedom against the Japanese. And Charles de Gaulle says, no, we need to reestablish the French colonial empire to rebuild our prestige and our pride, because we were defeated by the Germans and our psyche has been hit so hard. We need our colonies back. And it was like, oh, okay, do what you got to do.
Richard, to tie into that, you know what weighs on the British psyche heavily?
What's that?
That the French were able to help us get away from the fucking pricks.
Yeah, that's true. But then,
yeah, the hypocrisy is thick on the fucking carpet right now.
Right.
And then when the French pulled out and we went in to help the South Vietnamese.
The French pulled. Okay.
Okay, the French
Get back in the box, Alice.
Sorry.
The French help us with freedom, and we still don't like it.
All right, listen up. This is what happened. The French withdrew their forces and then turned around and goaded the United States, i.e., Lyndon Baines Johnson, to go in there and do something about it. Because JFK sent advisors in to help the South Vietnamese. And that was all it was supposed to be. Now, there are conspiracy theories out there that LBJ was responsible for what happened to JFK, because JFK was going to withdraw all of our advisors and special forces people that were operating in that region, and LBJ was like, "Oh hell no, we're gonna increase it."
Right, and this goes into the puppet president theory. Yes, yep.
Because after LBJ was sworn in as president, he increased American presence in Indochina. He massively increased it, and this documentary I watched a couple of weeks ago, where they were talking about how the French were responsible for what went wrong in Vietnam, went all the way
obviously
back because yes, Ho Chi Minh might have been a communist, but he was pro-freedom and he loved the United States. The man was able to quote all of the founding fathers' documents. He loved the United States.
What?
And if we would have supported Ho Chi Minh, odds are Vietnam would never have went full-blown communist. Even though he was
doubt.
Yeah, press X to doubt on that one.
No, from what they said, up until the United States got involved and basically let the French come back and take it over, he was extremely pro-United States. And Ho Chi Minh had tried to get freedom for Indochina during the Versailles Treaty. He represented the Vietnamese people in, I think it was 1920, trying to petition, and I was also trying to petition in the League of Nations to get their independence all the way back then. And but anyway, after the withdrawal of
funnily enough, the reason being of how so pro-American or whatever, because America were the ones helping push the anti-colonialism whatever rhetoric.
Yeah,
dude, I'm telling you, America was pushing everything they could.
Well, before World War II, it was the United States really did want to see an end to the colonial powers. They wanted free trade. You don't
build a hegemon overnight, there, Robbie.
Yep.
Yeah, and the hypocrisy you hold one in Southeast Asia yourselves.
What ended up happening?
Not lost on my ass, brother.
What ended up happening after the French withdrew and the United States started to get involved? The French kept pushing and pushing and pushing the United States to get more and more and more involved. as well as working behind the scenes, and it was ironic that it was the Paris Peace Accords that ended the United States' involvement in Vietnam, when the whole time the French government out of Paris was goading all the sides in the Vietnam War to continue fighting.
Obviously, I mean, because Vietnam was a French colony before that. I mean, they wanted the shit back.
Use one to destroy the other. That's nothing.
I mean, yeah. Anybody with a brain figured that one out. Fucking in the Pentagon.
The documentary I watched was like really good. I mean, they explained it all. They basically was pulling up where these people were talking about this shit, how they did it, what they did, and it was it explained it like a 5-year-old could. So a 5-year-old could have understood it all. And the fact that, I mean, they went into detail about each of the different people that was involved, why they were involved, what it was that they were doing. I mean, Charles de Gaulle was a douchebag.
Oh, but yeah.
No shit.
Shit.
He wasn't. He was no different prior to World War II, and he didn't fucking change after it either.
Right.
No, he got even worse, man.
Yes, he did. And you see him at Churchill's fucking funeral and whatever.
Fucking prick. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ.
He would given fucking Kim Jong Un a run for his money. How fat that prick got.
No, Shrubby ain't lying.
One for you right now. Okay, here's one for you. Did y'all hear about the phone call that Kim Jong Un gave Donald Trump this past week after what happened to Ayatollah Khomeini?
Nope.
First said, please don't fuck me up.
No, it was more along the lines of, "Hi Donald, it's me. It's remember me? I'm Little Rocket Man. We're all good, right? Right? We're all good. You're not gonna fuck me up, are you? You're not gonna pull a Madonna on me."
You gotta understand, people are fucking scared of North Korea. I ain't never been scared of them motherfuckers because all they is they're like a crazy fucking woman. They want attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
only reason why they're any kind of credible threat is because of China.
Yeah.
And China's not going to let them nuke their goddamn biggest trading partner. It's not going to happen.
Well, China uses them every now and again. You know, they
to scare a stupid president. That's what they use them for.
Yeah, to scare the fucking media that we're so close to World War III. That is always been your biggest weakness of anything, is your media completely undermines your entire international blueprint.
I disagree, Shrubby. Our biggest problem is half our population is fucking retarded.
Well, that doesn't help. No, I'm not going to argue that one. But most certainly on the
population is retarded is because the mainstream media made them.
No, it ain't that. Well, you can't blame shit on TV. No, you can't.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, I have to agree with that one. Yeah, you were stupid before TV came along.
Richard, I've seen motherfuckers in my lifetime that are never seen a TV probably half their fucking life and are dumber than bricks.
Yeah, I have to
You
agree
can't
with
blame
Fox.
it on that.
Yeah, there are people who were dumb as a bag of rocks before TV was fucking invented.
That's like blaming video games for violence. Violence is human nature. Stop that
shit. The reason why I say this is because of the fact that so many people believe what the news tells them without doing their own research.
Well, that's because the United States government has spent a lot of money in the education system raising sheep.
Yes. That's why I say the mainstream media. That is the education system is part of the mainstream media, in my opinion.
That's a hell of a lot. That's a hell of a lot deeper than the media. I would say that's a concerted fucking government effort.
Yeah, also true.
Well, look, what was the law that they undid about during the Obama years, allowing propaganda to be distributed amongst the United States again.
I mean, like it wasn't being done already. I mean, this is a free country. You have the right to fucking say whatever you want. Propaganda is a non-issue. Should be.
No, that's just it. Post World War II, they actually passed laws where the government could not use propaganda on the American people. That's
of course they should. Okay, yeah, sure.
I there is no one in government that's going to enforce that.
And the entire planet laughed.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, man, that was the laws that got passed.
Yeah, law does not equal enforcement.
Laws also laws in America do not apply to people with money.
Yeah, it's also true.
But like I said, need to go ahead and wrap it up.
All right, yeah.
That's what she said.
Hey, I told you not to have me on here. You'd lose your damn channel, brother.
All right. Anybody got anything they want to hawk other than upcoming special tomorrow at 4:00 Eastern Standard Time?
I ain't got shit.
If somebody would, I'd like a hawk tour, but
I think I know somebody. But I don't think you want Finity to do it.
No.
I tell you what, man, you hang around with me long enough, we'll find you an old woman to do
it. I can already see her through the camera. No, Alice, back in the box.
I didn't say shit.
All right.
I was muted. I said
no.
Wrong, Alice.
Wrong box.
All right, everybody. As you can tell, this world is fucked up, and as you can tell, we don't agree on everything here on this channel.
No, sir.
Argue. But guess what? We're still friends.
Absolutely.
We still love each other.
Oh, okay. Nice and wet before you lick it, before you stick it.
It's not
wait. What? Alice? What'd you say?
Carlos's fault. He's poking me.
Poking you? Oh, shit.
Yeah, first, holy shit. What is this, OnlyFans?
And see,
Yeah,
he said,
y'all
before you tap it,
you
and
two realize
before you stick it.
You two realize this is YouTube, right?
God fucking damn it. You
What?
fucking degenerates, go home.
But anyway, let's go out there and make the positive change we want to see. Let's make this world a better place. Share the stuff you love. And maybe, just maybe, we're going to make this world better. Let's be an example. Let's get people to be more. Let's get people to be back to where we used to be, where you could agree to disagree and still be friends, still hold each other up. And I miss that. And Carlos said, this is why on a serious topic, I cannot refrain, so I attempt to abstain instead of a shit stain.
So sometimes you got to get on here and be real. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And that's the whole point of this channel, is to get people to come together, share their stuff, share their opinions, and realize you can agree to disagree. You can fuss, you can fight. But in the end, you don't have to hate some damn body just because they're different.
Nope.
You gotta get back to where we belong. Sorry.
So let's go out there and do some good, because that's the only way we're going to change this world.
And if you can't, just set fire to shit. Good enough.
Yeah.
That works too.
So chaos. Give us something to talk about. Yeah.
Y'all be good. and I love each and every one of you.
Yay.
We'll see you guys again soon. One thing I do have to say is Osaka-chan's birthday is today.
Yes,
Happy
yes, it is.
birthday, Osaka.
Happy birthday.
I asked her when she would like to do her birthday live stream. Said she'd like to do it Sunday.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet. I'll be off work.
Nice.
So I spent the day drawing up the avatar for her birthday for tomorrow.
Oh, you big fucking softy.
Yeah. Well,
I
she
mean,
said,
is there anybody
please
don't
make
like?
me beautiful. And I told her in no uncertain terms, that's not that hard to do because she's beautiful inside and out.
I mean, hell, all you'd have to
Oh God, where's the fucking bucket? Oh.
I will get the clip. I will find.
Well, tell me I'm wrong.
Doesn't stop it being sappy as all hell, old man.
Hey, I have
Hey.
to be.
You
I
have
have
to
to
simp. You have to simp for the hot girls on YouTube, brother.
It's not simping whenever you're just being a gentleman.
No.
Oh, blow me.
Phrasing.
Oh, there's no phrasing on that one. That's just pure. That's
Yeah,
direct.
that's just get on your knees. Yeah, basically.
Hey, guy below me. Below me.
Carly, I don't, because that's not what I'm doing.
Lies.
I do adore Osaka-chan because
Oh, everybody does. Hell,
Yeah,
The
she
two
is
of
a
us
gorgeous,
have had-
gorgeous little shorty. She is a
the two of
gorgeous
us have
little
had
shorty.
many conversations, and she's actually called my son out a couple of times in the past.
Good.
Yeah, yes, she has. Yes, she has. And with style too.
I mean, I'm sorry, Richard, but fucking Zach's a twat sometimes, man. He really is.
Oh,
What do you mean
yeah,
some- what do you
but
mean sometimes?
I will honestly say he's got a little bit of Richard in him because that boy
Boy, ain't right.
heart's cold because all right, my phrasing, but my bug, it's my bug, and he was adorable this morning.
Well, what
Blame it on being in the UK.
I told Alice the other day I got a lot of respect for the little fucker to come up on here and actually talk about what he freaking believes in. I mean, what he believes in a lot of times is kind of bullshit, but at least he'll get up here and talk about it, right?
Well, that's why I want to get Zach and our boy child on a stream together for a teen.
We're in trouble now.
Yeah, for a teen
Oh,
talk.
no.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm with Shrubby. I don't know that would go good.
Oh,
No.
I would love to
No.
hear the two of them have some banter.
Your
No.
your boy
Native
is a young hillbilly. I don't think that might work too often.
Oh,